Have you ever stood on a beach, look at the ocean and thought, wow, such a deep blue water? But wait, isn't water supposed to be colorless? After all, the water in your glass looks completely clear. Most people say, oh, it is just the sky reflecting on the ocean. And yes, the sky does play a small role. That is why on a cloudy day, the ocean can sometimes look a little grey or dull. But here's the truth. Even without the sky, the ocean would still look blue. The main reasons lie in the water itself. So let's clear the myth. The sky's reflection only changes the shade of the ocean, making it brighter on a sunny day or duller on a cloudy day. But the ocean's natural blue color comes from how sunlight interacts with water. Sunlight looks white to our eyes, but it is actually made up of many colors mixed together like a rainbow. Think of it like a box of crayons: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. In science, these are part of visible light spectrum. Now here's what happens when this rainbow sunlight enters the ocean. Some colors like red, orange, and yellow are like slow runners in a race. They get tired quickly and stop after traveling only a shorter distance in water. Scientifically, these are longer wavelengths and water absorbs them very fast. Other colors like blue and violet are like fast runners. They can travel much further and keep bouncing around. These are shorter wavelengths, so instead of being absorbed by water molecules, they scatter back to our eyes. So by the time sunlight has traveled deep in the ocean, the long wavelength colors red, orange, and yellow are already gone, and the short wavelength colors, especially the blue, survive. That's why the ocean looks blue. Now, before we move on, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe to School at Home 2121 and hit the like button. Coming back, if water really shows blue, why does the water in your glass or bottle look colorless? That is because in a glass, there isn't enough water to filter out the red, orange, and yellow. The light just passes through without showing any real color. But in something huge like an ocean or even a swimming pool, there's enough water to absorb those long wavelengths and leave the blue behind, which has a shorter wavelength. Now here's something even cooler. Oceans don't always look the same color. In a shallow places like the Maldives, the water looks turquoise or greenish. Why? Because sunlight hits the sandy bottom, mixes with plants or algae, and reflects green. In very deep seas like the Pacific, the water looks dark blue because hardly any light penetrates, so only the blue color survives. So the ocean's shade depends on depth, clarity, and what's inside the water. Now this science doesn't just work in oceans. In fact, glaciers, which are just frozen water, sometimes look bright blue too. That's because the ice, like water, absorbs the long wavelengths red, orange, and yellow and leaves only the short wavelengths, that is blue. Now I have a quick question for you. Why do you think the Red Sea is called red and Black Sea is called black? Any thoughts? Well, I have an answer for you. When cyanobacteria in Red Sea die, they turn the sea color reddish brown, and hence the color red for Red Sea. On the other hand, some Greek sailors observed that objects that got submerged deep in water became coated with black sludge in the Black Sea. Because of this, they named it a Black Sea. Isn't it a fun fact? So next time you are at the beach and you see that magical blue color, you will know the truth. The ocean looks blue mainly because water absorbs long wavelengths like red, orange, and yellow, while the short wavelength blue light survives and scatters back to our eyes. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel School at Home 2121. Thank you. Bye-bye.